Welcome inside the Candlelight Winnipeg for tonight's CEBL clash between the Winnipeg Sea Bears and the visiting Edmonton Stingers. You could say they've taken the sting out of Edmonton, winning all 3 games between the teams. Winnipeg hoping to sweep the season series tonight, and they'll get the chance to do that here at home, a venue that has been very. They've won all 6 games here. By the Sea Bears are at the top of the table in the West. Meanwhile, Edmonton could say they are really anxious for revenge. It was just on Sunday in Edmonton when the Stingers lost by. They're out. If the there's really, the Stingers early season, they were slow. But ever since then, they've won their last 4 of the last 5. Now, for more analysis on tonight's game, we go to the guys calling it. It's Joey Slattery and Taylor Allen.
All right, thank you, Ian. Yes, I'm Joey Slattery. Alongside me, not Dave Crook, Taylor Allen, making his color commentary debut, my co-host on Target Score Winnipeg podcast. Glad to have you along here, Taylor. And we're in for a dandy here. This has become a real rivalry between these two teams. For a long time, Edmonton had the edge in this building, one of the few teams, but Winnipeg, since last year, started turning it around, and they have 3 straight wins trying to make it 4 tonight.
Well, Joey, I am thrilled to be here, and if tonight's game is even half as good as Sunday's when the Sea Bears prevailed 100-98 in Edmonton, then we're gonna be in for a treat tonight for sure. But yeah, you have to think Edmonton, though, they're tired of getting beat up on by these Sea Bears. After 3 losses, you'd imagine that they're going to come out of the gates firing. So should be firing right off the hop, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and I mean, last game for both teams. Neither team really happy with their performance, right? What Edmonton thinks they let it slip away. Winnipeg had a slow start, a little not lucky to get away with it. They did come together towards the end, but they made it more interesting than they would have liked to in target time for sure. Let's take a look at the stats for tonight's game here as we set up here a few minutes before tip-off. Taking a look at the points for each team, pretty even, but an advantage rather for Winnipeg. Almost 100 points per game they're scoring right now, and they're just shy of 50% from the field. Free throws shooting is in their advantage as well at 82%, and 3 points could be the differential in this one. Though Scotty Lindsay not in the lineup for the Edmonton Stingers, and he is a 3-point marksman, so Winnipeg might be able to take advantage of that. Both teams move the ball really well at just around 20 assists per game, and the rebounds right dead even. Slightest of edges for Edmonton at 36.7 to Winnipeg's 36.6. Let's take a look now, Taylor, at the keys to the game here. Let's start with the Edmonton Stingers. You have a few things pointed out here if they want to walk away with the win. What are they?
Well, they got to get to the line, Joey. I mean, they're second last in the league in free throw attempts. So you're playing the Sea Bears, be aggressive and attack guys like Jeremiah Tillman Jr., who are kind of known to get in foul trouble. So that's a guy you want to get after. Also, they got to wreak some havoc. I mean, Sunday, they forced Teddy Allen and Trey McGowan's into 9 combined turnovers. They lead the league in turnovers forced, so keep doing what you're doing on defense because it's working. And like we've kind of alluded to before, Joey, avoid the brooms. 3-1 against Winnipeg last season. They're 7-6 against the Sea Bears all time. But this year, 0-3, so you don't want to see any Sea Bears fans with the brooms here tonight.
And for the Sea Bears, if they want to keep things rolling here, Taylor Allen, what are the keys for Winnipeg?
Well, the bench mob, they got to get after it tonight, Joey. I mean, they only had 9 points combined on Sunday, so you need guys like Simon Hildebrand. You want to see him get involved on offense, Nathan Balamu as well. They also got to start faster, Joey. I mean, on Sunday, they trailed 9 at half, and big reason for that was, well, they just kind of came out of the gates a little sleepy, right? So you can't afford to do that, so you want to see them get off the hop, show some more juice, and maybe have a squirt of Michael's secret stuff, since it is Space Jam night here after all. And lastly, home cooking. They've been outscoring their visitors 104.1 to 83.6 on average when they're playing on home. So Joey, I don't know what they've been eating when they're playing here at the Canada Life Center, but clearly it's working. And if they keep doing what they've been doing here at Canada Life Center, I'm sure they're in for another great performance here tonight.
There's something in the Winnipeg water. Ian Frey's had a chance to catch up with Mike Rainbow ahead of this game. Let's hear what he had to say.
We're joined with Coach Mike Rainbow of the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Their last game against Edmonton, you guys trailed for the first half for much of the third quarter, yet you were still able to pull out the victory. What did you learn about the resilience of your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think Edmonton did a great job of sort of dictating the terms early in the game, and for us, we had to regroup and sort of double down on some of the things that we have to do to be successful. And, you know, the word resilience, I think, is poignant for, you know, what we needed to do. And, you know, we know it's going to be a tough task again tonight. It's going to take our best effort.
Teddy Allen, big part of your offense, at least 35 points in each of his last 2 games. Who else are you looking for big offensive performances from tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Teddy's been scoring the ball, but, you know, we feel like, you know, he's doing a really good job of taking what the defenses present to him. He's moving the ball to other people when they're open, and for us it really needs to be a team attack and, you know, making sure that we're aggressive in the right spots and taking the right shots and, you know, hopefully able to set our defense from there.
And finally, what are you expecting from Edmonton tonight? They want revenge after Sunday, for sure.
Yeah, every game is tough in this league, so we know that they're going to have their best effort, and we're going to have to match that.
Thanks for your time, and good luck tonight.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Back to you, Joey.
Thank you, Ian. It is Space Jam night. Starting lineup's about to be announced. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here for tip-off. Coming up around the corner, you're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
Hello, Canada. Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian hoops.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. It's all that I gotta say. I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Center. Starting lineups have just been introduced, so let's take a look. It is Space Jam night, so the Edmonton Stingers looking to be the Monstars. Here are your starters. Makai Ashton getting the start along with Emmanuel Bandamel. Nick Hornsby, of course, getting the start. The Stingers veteran, Isaac Jack, and Stanley Davis Jr. getting the start. Not Scotty Lindsay. The picture shows Scotty Lindsay. Not him. He is not playing in tonight's game. For the Sea Bears, Mason Krause, the local product from the University of Manitoba, getting his first start, along another local product in Emmanuel Acott. Teddy Allen, the league's leading scorer, starting alongside Isaiah Osborne and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. As we take a look now, Taylor Allen joining me. Taylor, as we take a look at our players to watch, you've highlighted someone on the Edmonton Stingers. Who do we got as our player to watch?
Well, that would be Stanley Davis Jr. I mean, this is only his second start that he's making this season, Joey, but he has been a guy who has traditionally been a closer for this team. I mean, he already has 4 target time winners. He's averaging 13.9 points per game, and without Scotty Lindsay, you know, he's got an opportunity here to stand in this starting lineup and make some noise early on in this contest.
And we go over to the home side. Who are you highlighting for the Sea Bears?
Got to go with the hometown kid, Emmanuel Acott. I mean, on Sunday, he had 23 points, which tied a career high for Emmanuel. He's also second in the league in three-point field goal percentage this year, so he's really elevated his game from long range. And with his size and athleticism, if you're the Stingers, you have to know where E-Man is at all times.
And we are just about to tip off here. The team's finishing up their huddles, and they'll be making to the court soon. The Sea Bears wearing their special one-time only Space Jam-themed uniform, celebrating the 30th anniversary of maybe the greatest basketball movie ever to hit movie theaters. Taylor Allen does not agree with me.
Coach Carter, man. Coach Carter's hard to beat, but Space Jam with the nostalgia factor, yeah, I might give it to Space Jam as well.
Well, you're more dramatic than I am. I like the funnies, so I'm going to go Space Jam. The Edmonton Stingers, rather, are rocking their white Edmonton Stinger jerseys with the yellow trim. Love those jerseys. They are gorgeous. And a good night here tonight as tip-off set to get underway. Tip-off, of course, is presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Tonight's officials, crew chief Nate Saunders and umpires Matt Goebel and Wyatt Anders. And here we have Isaac Jack and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. getting together for the tip-off at center. And the Sea Bears will once again open with the possession. It's Mason Krause in his first start for Winnipeg, getting it to Teddy Allen. Guarded closely here, looking for anything he can find in an opening. Hesitating to the corner. Gets Davis Jr. in the air. Easy foul to draw for Teddy Allen. Little ballerina action there, Taylor.
That's all it takes, Joey. I mean, you think you have Teddy locked down, you think it's going well, and then you buy a bump fake, and he's at the free throw line.
So Teddy will go to the line for the first time tonight. That is the first foul of the game going to Davis Jr. And Allen gets the first one to drop. A very good free throw shooter at 91.5% coming into tonight. And Allen on the board early here from the stripe. Edmonton going to look for an early response. Edmonton's lost all 3 games to the Sea Bears this season. This is the last regular season meeting of the year. Edmonton would love to end on a winning note. It was a close game last game, but the last game they played in Winnipeg, not as close as Tillman Jr. blocks that off the backboard. And here come the Sea Bears in transition. Allen pops a 3. No good. Osborne, quick pass into the corner. Here's a drive baseline from Krause to Allen. 3. No. And the Stingers come away unscathed.
That's Teddy's game, though. I mean, he can miss his first few shots, and you can't sleep on him still. He can make his next 5 and still make it pay, so no need to panic if you're Teddy missing the first few.
He tends to score in bunches. Davis Jr. gets Edmonton on the board. No-look pass from Allen to Tillman Jr. Hands it off to Allen in traffic. Tough shot, no friendly bounce, and an easy rebound for Nick Hornsby.
Great defense by Jack. He stayed straight up, didn't foul him, and made Teddy not be able to finish that one.
And Hornsby, easy laying down Main Street. Bandemel with the assist. Osborne has the ball knocked away. Last touch by Edmonton, so Winnipeg will retain possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Osborne putting up a 3, and he gets fouled. That's 2 quick ones on Stanley Davis Jr. He's not happy with that one, and he's going right to the bench. Tay Donald's going to check into the game.
I was just going to say Stanley Davis Jr. has been really bringing on defense. He's been moving his feet really well, and he takes a foul there that he's obviously going to want back.
A little too aggressive on the shot challenge here, just not able to close out and control. That's 2 fouls on jump shots by the perimeter here. First it was against Teddy Allen, then Isaiah Osborne, who just hits the first one here.
It's my fault. I named Stanley one of the players to watch, so I gave him the kiss of death. That one's on me.
Osborne missing that one. Rare miss for him. Nearly 90%, 87.5% coming into tonight. And he gets the third one to fall, shaking his head. But we have a tie game here as we are now a minute and a half into this one. Ashton Langford checking into the game now for Edmonton as well. Bandemel goes up, can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Nice fight from Bandemel, and he gets that the putback.
You'd like to see Acott be a little more aggressive. You know, he makes it first, nice stop there, but you got to grab that board after.
Tillman Jr. with a nice pass to Krause. Extra pass all the way around. Here's Acott now with 10 on the shot clock on Tay Donald. Tillman Jr. thought about it for a second. Going to hand it off. Shot clock winding down. 4, 3. Here's Tillman Jr. putting it up at the buzzer. No good. Allen with the rebound. Fighting for position rather. Had to track down the ball. And Osborne going to put up a three from the corner. No good. The Sea Bears struggling from the field here early.
Great ball movement. They're just not able to make their shots fall. But, you know, if they keep moving the ball around like that, they'll get some easy looks pretty soon, I'm sure.
Hornsby in the corner. Nice pass to Jack, who's going to take a foul from Teddy Allen. Nice find there from Hornsby.
Make him earn it at the line. I like that foul by Teddy. He knows maybe he'll get the highlight reel block, but he knows that there's also a 99% chance that they're going to call him on a foul on that. So make him earn. Hey, make the big guy earn it at the charity stripe.
And this is the first foul of the game for Winnipeg as well, so no harm on that one yet. I think if you're the Sea Bears, you're just happy that it's not Jeremiah Tillman Jr. as Jack misses the first shot.
Jeremiah Tillman Jr. is just such a difference maker down low. Blocking shots, grabbing boards, and of course, other end of the court as well. He finishes everything around the rim, so you definitely don't want him getting in foul trouble and losing him early on.
So the Stingers have built a 7-4 lead. Acott trying to cut that down to 1, and he will do so as substitutions are getting ready here for the Sea Bears. Sea Bears wearing a rare purple jersey. Looks a little like the Mamba. Good thing they're not playing the Mamba. Hornsby has the ball now with 10 seconds coming up on the shot clock, and he's got Teddy Allen on him. Quick fumble, picks it up, puts up the midi, and that's good.
When you think of Edmonton Stingers basketball, Nick Hornsby should be one of the first names you think of, and he shows it why right there.
Allen draws a quick double. Now he's got the isolation. Looking for the middle, pulls up at the foul line, just a bit short, and Jack's going to sky for that one. Here's Donald now, the Wilfrid Laurier product. Pass inside, nice find for Isaac Jack, and he'll go to the line for 2 more. That one going to go against Jeremiah Tillman Jr. This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire as we have substitutions coming in for the Sea Bears. DJ Burns into the game for Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Krause getting the substitution from his former Manitoba Bisons teammate Simon Hildebrand. Those two played 2 years together for Manitoba before Hildebrand went south. Played a year at High Point University where he went to the NCAA tournament and then went on to Washington State. He is now in his first full pro year, true pro year. He'll be going off to Germany, as will Krause at the end of the season.
Winnipeg had a good 20-year drought for guys making it to the March Madness tournament. After Todd McCulloch, no one from Winnipeg was making it, but then, you know, Emmanuel Acott made it with Boise State, then Simon came through as well, and Kyler Filowich with Wofford. So nice to see 3 local guys all play in the NCAA tournament in the last few years.
Acott at the high post on the smaller Donald. Acott pulls up. That's going to be short. Nice chase by Burns. Throws it right into Donald. And that's going to be Winnipeg basketball. And Nate Balamu going to step into the game for the first time tonight.
You got a smaller guy on you. You'd like to see Acott really get after him instead of settling for a fadeaway shot there.
Yeah, it has the height advantage, rather, on Tay Donald. Donald heading to Croatia in the winter for his winter pro season when this season concludes. That shot no good. Burns gets the rebound, but there's going to be a foul before the shot. And it's going to go against Tay Donald. That'll be his first foul, team foul number 3. Aaron Room's going to be checking into the game here soon for Edmonton. Here's Osborne stepping back for, it was a 3-pointer. Thought it was a deep 2. That Burns take is swatted away. Going to be a foul on that one.
That's Nate Balamu basketball, Joey. He's never afraid of doing the dirty work. He's surrounded by white jerseys, and he finds a way to get that offensive rebound.
Taking a look at the replay here. Yeah, Balamu, known for his hustle plays. Able to draw. Could have called a foul on a few players there. And Balamu misses the first shot. Aaron Rooms checked into the game here for Edmonton as well. The OUA Player of the Year. Won an OUA championship with Toronto Metropolitan University with head coach Dave DeViro, who was head coach of The Stingers' rival Calgary Surge. The Surge are playing tonight, the only other CEBL game, Vancouver in Calgary to take on the Surge, trying to avenge their loss on national TV on Sunday. And the Surge will be playing in a second straight national game this Sunday here in Winnipeg against the Sea Bears. Here's Bandemel pulling up and a nice shot over Hildebrand.
Tough shot. You got a 6'9" guy in front of you, hand in his face, and you still sink it. Hell of a shot.
Osborne draws Hornsby out above the perimeter. Balamu gets it into the post. Here's Acott working on Bandemel. Spin move, puts up the floater, no good. He's been short on all his attempts, and he can't get that out of Bandemel's hands. And here comes Edmonton on the run. Rooms for three, no good. And Hornsby, looked like Hornsby touched it, but the ref is going to say it went off Winnipeg, but they'll convene here. And yeah, the call's reversed. It'll be Winnipeg basketball.
From 3-point range right now, Joey. And, you know, again, they're moving the ball around. They're 1 from 5 from 2 points. They're moving the ball well, but it's just not sinking, just not falling.
Well, they have a second to talk about it here. Timeout has been called. We'll be right back. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
When Crystal Glass introduced our residential window line this past year, it was essential to manufacture them locally.
Crystal Glass has always been a proudly Canadian company.
We employ Canadians, we serve Canadians, and we are Canadians. So you know our windows are designed and built for our climate.
And since we've been the clear choice for glass for over 75 years, you can trust our quality and service.
Visit one of our over 50 locations across Western Canada or at crystalglass.ca. Financing is now available.
Follow us at CEB League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more for all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. Welcome back inside Canada Life Centre. Edmonton Stingers have built up a 13-7 lead as we are just past the halfway point of this first quarter. Taylor Allen alongside me. I'm Joey Slattery. Ian Fraze is our sideline reporter tonight, and you said you wanted to see a fast start for the Sea Bears here, but not seeing that home cooking that we've seen so far this season. A little slow to start today.
Yeah, just a big reason for that is Edmonton's smothering defense. I mean, look right there. I mean, Mason Krause could barely cross half court, so no easy buckets so far for these Sea Bears.
Hildebrand nearly has the ball stolen, but he keeps it. 8 on the shot clock. Krause going to pull up for 3, and he cans it. Mason Krause getting Winnipeg on the board as he steps back on the floor.
Big opportunity for the local kid making his first CEBL start, and that'll give him some confidence there, knocking down an early 3.
Donald on Burns. Has to pick up his dribble, passes it off to the wing. Hornsby going to slow it down. Here he is on Burns. Spin move. Doesn't get much real estate. Good defense by Burns, and it's going to be a shot clock violation against Edmonton, and Burns is fired up.
That timeout has proved to be work wonders, Joey, so far. You get the 3, nice stop there. So whatever Mike Rainbow said in the huddle, clearly it worked.
And Isaac Jack going to check back into the game here as well. Tillman Jr. into the game for Winnipeg, so Burns, after helping out to get that shot clock violation, will get a quick break. Krause rushing down the floor. Hildebrand fakes the shot, gets inside. He's got a bunch of defenders around him, finds Krause. Krause into the corner here. Hand off to Allen. And hesitation, shot falls. He just makes it look easy.
I was just going to say, that is such a tough shot off of 1 foot, big guy in your face, and Teddy Buckets makes it look like he could make that in his sleep. And he could. It's Teddy Buckets.
King III looking for an answer, and Hildebrand going to get that rebound. Edmonton picking up coverage at full court here, trying to slow down Winnipeg's offense. They did a good job early in this quarter. Skip pass to Hildebrand. 3, yes. Simon Hildebrandt with a big three, and now Winnipeg building some momentum as they take a 15-13 lead.
Textbook catch and shoot there by Simon. He catches the ball, he doesn't bring it down, he just keeps it up there. Flick of the wrist, boom, 3 points.
Nice fight from Bandamel to get 2 points. We are tied. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Bit of a slow start for Winnipeg. They're picking it up now. The defense has been stellar here for Edmonton, not giving any players any room. Another tough shot for Allen, and he gets it to fall.
This offense starting to wake up.
Now Winnipeg picking up the pressure. Here's Balamu on Donald right at half. Donald gets the switch, going to get it back to the top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass from Donald to a cutting. Didn't see who that was. It's going to be Jack getting the bucket. Then Trey King was the guy making the cut. Nice cut from King. Here's a shot from Allen to Hildebrandt with the loop.
They call him Teddy Buckets, but he can dish the rock too, Joey.
That was a nice find. King takes the handoff right into Hildebrandt, and he's going to draw the foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Let's look at the replay here. Hildebrandt just a little bit out of position there. Good take, and now he'll go to the line for 2.
Lower of the shoulder, find a guy's chest, drive into him, get to the free throw line. That's what Edmonton's been doing a great job at so far.
Mackay Ashton Langford back into the game for Edmonton. King gets the first one to go. And we have ourselves a tie ball game. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Osborne out there with Allen, Acott, Hildebrandt, and Tillman Jr. Tillman Jr. wide open, and he slams that home. Edmonton quick going the other way. Trey King right at Hildebrandt again. Tough shot for King. Gets it to fall.
Trey King is going right after Simon Hildebrandt. It's been a fun battle to watch between those two.
Both teams exchanging shots here. Allen putting it up there for Tillman to get, but good defense by the Stingers. Trey King up floater, good, and Trey King the third starting to find his touch.
Unbelievable. He is on fire right now.
Tillman Jr. from the top for 3, no good. Rebound tracked down by Acott. Here's Hildebrandt from the corner, no. Allen attacks the rebound and gets it. Now he gets it out to Osborne for 3. Yes! Good fight from the Sea Bears, finding Osborne. Less than a minute to play, 45 seconds in the first quarter. Sea Bears with a 1-point lead.
You give the Sea Bears that many chances, they're going to burn you eventually.
Ashton Langford gets it to Rooms. Tough shot for Rooms, no good. Acott scoops up the loose ball. Less than 30 to play here in the first quarter. Acott has it. Mike Nuda on the floor for Edmonton guarding him. Allen has it at half, and he's being guarded tightly by Langford. 5 on the shot clock. Allen going right into it. Takes a hard contact. That was into King. And we'll get some substitutions. DJ Burns and Kyler Filowich checking in for Winnipeg. Taking a look at the replay here. Allen just goes right into him. Good heads-up play by Allen. Trey King now has 2 fouls. He'll go to the bench here to finish off this quarter. 10 seconds left. Hornsby coming in. Scratch that. Isaac Jack coming off. King will go line up. Aaron Rooms coming off as well.
King and Davis Jr. both having 2 fouls already. Something to keep an eye on moving forward.
Allen had 35 points last game. He's got 6 here tonight. And he can't get that first foul shot to drop. So some rare misses for some Sea Bears who don't normally miss from the stripe.
Teddy had 31 points in their last home game. I thought he's going to finish that game with 60, to be honest with you.
He had 31 points in the first half.
That's what I meant, sorry, in the first half. He was cooking at the start.
And now Allen will take a break. Krause coming in for defensive purposes, one of the best defenders in Canada West history. Less than 10 seconds. Edmonton can tie or take the lead. Davis Jr. going hard into Filowich, and Filowich going to take the foul with 1.7 seconds left. So Trey King can tie this up at the break if he can hit these next 2 foul shots. Filowich trying to get the explanation from the referee here. Davis Jr. missing the first one. So the Sea Bears, unless it's a rebound, should be walking out of here with the lead. And Davis Jr. misses both. The rebound corralled by Burns. And that'll do it after the first quarter. Sea Bears leading 25-23. We'll be right back to second quarter action. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC U Sports, and CEBL Plus.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now, you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Welcome back. We got a Canadian Olympian in the house, Paige Crozen, 2024 Paris basketball. Your first time out to a Sea Bears game, perhaps?
Yeah, I've been to many other CEBL games, but this is my first Sea Bears game. I will say it's probably by far the best atmosphere, and the fans are just so engaged, and it's been really exciting so far.
What's special about this league? You come out and watch, as you pointed out.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Being a 3x3 athlete, we played at 21 points, or highest score after 10 minutes. I think that's similar to the Elam ending at the end, which makes it thrilling as a fan and just so engaging.
And you mentioned that 3x3 ball. You play 3x3 ball.
Yeah.
What's something that a basketball fan that maybe hasn't seen 3-on-3 ball, what would they benefit from?
I think just the pace of the game and the versatility. We're trying to qualify for LA 2028 right now. So I think just the caliber of play and just how the game is growing.
We'll be watching and cheering you on. Thanks, Paige.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Ian. Yeah, we're making a habit of having some Olympians here. Last home game, we had Desiree Scott in the house, and Paige Crozon today. Great to see her here, a great basketball player. Probably could be playing for either of these teams right now. Here's Acott trying to respond. Tillman Jr. follows it up with the slam, responding to the bucket score during that interview by Edmonton.
That was a Monstars-esque slam by Jeremiah Tillman Jr., his second of the night.
Nice spin move from Hornsby, makes it look easy, silky smooth. All tied at 27. Here's Allen. Takes it into the middle. Couple of bounces, but gets it to fall. And Allen now has 9 points.
Great defense, but even better offense will win that battle.
Here's Mike Nuga, steps back from the elbow. Nice shot from Nuga. Osborne gets it inside to Tillman Jr. Double team is Proms. Pass out to the weak side, 45, finds Kraus. Kraus with a drive. Gets it back out to the wing. Osborne fakes it, steps to the side. 3, no. And Muhammad gets that one. Abdul Muhammad getting his first look at the court today. Here's Ashton Langford. Gets that to fall. Allen on Nuga, steps back, puts up the 3. Yes, not going to miss many of those.
It was only a matter of time until Teddy hit his first 3. Might be more of that coming pretty soon here, Joey.
Hornsby takes it hard into the paint, can't get that roll to fall, and here's Teddy Allen with it now for Winnipeg. Allen out there with Osborne, Acott, and Tillman Jr., as well as Mason Kraus. Kraus for 3, and he nails that from the corner. And that's going to draw a timeout here from the Edmonton Stingers, who now find themselves down 4, 35-31, and that brings us to a TV timeout. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposit in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
redtag.ca.
Cal Tire's a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. Welcome back inside Canada Life Center. I'm Joey Slattery alongside Taylor Allen. Our sideline reporter today is Ian Fraze. And Taylor, taking a look after the first quarter, I mean, pretty dead even. The advantage really, if there's any, is coming from points in the paint with Edmonton at the break, this commercial break that is. They've got 22 to Winnipeg's 14, but overall, I mean, it's pretty dead even, and Edmonton now starting to get a little bit more bench production.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of fitting that it's Space Jam night because it's kind of felt like some old school basketball tonight here, Joey. I mean, lots of guys driving to the basket, you know, three-point shot not falling quite as well for both sides quite yet, but both teams playing really hard defensively as well, diving for loose balls, grabbing some tough rebounds in traffic. So it's been a kind of a 1990s vibe to the game so far, I'd say.
And Makai Ashton out there along with Emmanuel Bandebel, Mike Nuga, Nick Hornsby, and Adong McCoy. Hornsby going right up at Hildebrand, can't get the fall. Fighting for the rebound is Tillman Jr., but Hornsby's the one tracking it down, and he'll roll that in.
Great defense by Simon on the initial attempt there, but if you give Nick Hornsby 2 tries in the paint there, he's going to finish one of them for sure.
Here's Osborne out. He's been out most of the game here for Winnipeg. Gets into Tillman Jr. as the ball knocked away. Acott out there as well. Simon Hildebrand came in for Mason Kraus in the break. And Teddy Allen, of course, out there as well. So take a look at the replay here of that last play. Pass inside to Tillman Jr. just catches McCoy's leg. Here's Allen. Gets that floater up, but it doesn't fall. Here's Ashton. Takes the long way around Tillman Jr. and gets the fall. Nice take.
Great take there. I mean, you're not going to probably win a one-on-one matchup with Jeremiah Tillman if you go right at him. So going around him, pretty wise move there.
Osborne attacks the rim. Blocked, but it's going to be a foul before. It'll be 2 shots for Isaiah Osborne. And here we go. On the replay, see here, nice take. Big ups on the block, it's just too late. before the foul was called. So Osborne still a chance of getting 2 points. The substitutions come in here. Hornsby in there with Isaac Jack. DJ Burns into the game for Winnipeg. Osborne gets the first to fall. And this is a back and forth affair. Sea Bears up 1 now, 36-35. Osborne will try to make it a 2-point game, but kind of getting the feeling this might be a game a lot more like Sunday than the first time Edmonton was here.
And for Isaiah Osborne right there, I mean, he's 1 for 4 from the field, but sometimes, you know, if your first few shots miss, once you get to the free throw line, you see the ball go through the hoop. After that, the rim seems a little bit bigger after that. So he might knock down a few more coming up pretty soon.
Helps you find your touch, and here's Donald. Pulls up. That was a nice mid-range jumper. Donald was actually born in Calgary. Grew up mostly in Ontario, however. Here's Allen for 3, no good. And Jack will track down that rebound. And there, Donald's pass is intercepted by Osborne. Finds Hildebrand, who goes at Jack, and he's going to draw the foul.
Great touch pass by Osborne to set that up. Look at this. Doesn't even catch the ball, just one hand, taps it over to Simon.
One of the things that Mike Rainbow talks about with Isaiah Osborne is his high IQ, and it's little plays like that. He had another one earlier too, just a quick little no-look pass, knows where everybody is at all times and knows where the ball needs to go. He's been such a great addition here for the Sea Bears. He was the second signing announced after Xavier Moon. Xavier Moon still not available to play as they try to figure out his FIBA clearance. Sea Bears left released the statement on that earlier today, saying they hope to have some clarity on that next week. Fans would love to see Moon in the lineup. Would have been a bit of a storybook if he played in this one against his old team, the Edmonton Stingers, on Space Jam night to boot.
That would have been a dream come true, Joey. I mean, I think everyone in this league has been itching to see Xavier Moon back in action after a few years away from the CEBL. But, I mean, if you're the Sea Bears, to be where they're at right now without arguably the greatest player in league history, I mean, that's pretty damn impressive.
Double dribble there. But sometimes, you know, it could be Space Jam night. You could have Moon in the building, but the stars just don't align.
Oh, you're good. You've been doing this for a while, haven't you?
Oh, I've been holding that one in the holsters. But take a look at the replay. It was a double dribble, or travel, I should say. Here's Allen now. Quick turn around the corner. Finds an angle, but no basket. And Jack going to track down that. Burns all over him. Here comes Edmonton on the run. Bandemel right into Hildebrand. Good defense there from the Winnipegger. DJ Burns leading the charge. Out to Acott. He's going to spot up for 3. No good. Rebound there from Hildebrand. Allen. Boom.
Simon with the incredible rebound has Nick Hornsby, who led the league in total rebounds last season, on his back, and then Isaac Jack as well right in front of him, and somehow he comes down with the rebound, sets up Teddy for a nice three-pointer in the corner.
And here's a look at that. Hildebrand getting his hand on there on the whistle, though. There's a chat between Allen. That was on me, Hildebrand says. Tillman Jr. back into the game for Hildebrand. Here's the inbound for the Stingers. Donald going to spot up for 3. No, Acott with the rebound. .440 left in the second quarter. Teddy Allen going to get called on the offensive foul. Looks quickly to the bench saying, I know it, don't sub me out. And he's going to get the sub anyways. Take a look at the rebound here. Bandemel, good positioning. A little bit of an extension there from Teddy.
Yeah, if the ref sees that extension, they're going to call that 9 times out of 10.
So Hildebrand into the game for Teddy Allen. Edmonton down 5, and Mason Krause gets pummeled. And that was Trey King that's going to take the offensive foul. Mason Krause so good at this.
That was a Kyle Lowry type of charge, just taking one for the team, getting ran over like a football play. Mason Krause getting the ball back for the Sea Bears.
Mason Krause is just beginning his pro career. He's a developmental player here coming out of the University of Manitoba. Came out of a graduating class of 9 players He'll be heading to Germany next year, and he made his name on defense, but don't let that fool you. He can hit some shots too. 4:15 left in the second. Here's Tillman Jr. with it in the corner. 10 on the shot clock, 8-7. And a reverse lay-in. Nice finish there from Tillman.
Incredible reverse finish there by Isaiah Tillman Jr. 2 defenders drape all over him. No problem for the big guy.
Vandemel working on Kraus. Kraus, great positioning. Tough shot for Vandemel. Can't get it to fall, and Burns is going to corral that. Vandemel, though, playing great defense on Burns, making it tough on him to get across half. Now it's Kraus inside to Tillman Jr. looking for the give and go, but it's knocked away. Look at that pass.
Yeah, it's one of those passes where if it works, I mean, that's going to be a play that's going to be shown on the highlight reel, but if not, then not so much.
Aaron pass there, and it's going to be Junior going right at Burns. Can't get the shot to fall. Room's going to try, no. And the fight continues. It's Isaiah Osborne coming out with it. Here's a long lead pass to Kraus. Kraus looking for Tillman Jr. Leads him inside. Turnaround, nice play from Tillman Jr. Soft touch. He's so dangerous, Taylor, in the paint because he's a threat to score, but he's also a playmaker there, and that is the main reason they brought him in to Winnipeg.
And him and Mason Kraus showing lots of chemistry tonight, passing the ball back and forth.
So the ref giving an extra whistle. Winnipeg didn't see what happened there, but everything seems to be going well. Cooler heads prevailing here. It's 9-point lead for the Sea Bears here as we are now well past the halfway point. 3:15 left in the second quarter. New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jersey now by visiting CEBL.ca. And yes, those Space Jam jerseys, I don't know if they're on the website, but they're on sale here in the building. Going to be a popular item. It's the 30th anniversary celebration of Space Jam here at Canada Life Center. It's also a wrestling card. We had a pregame wrestling show. We have a halftime wrestling show with Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. If you've tuned in before and were here last year and the year before, you would know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. Taylor Allen, also a big wrestling fan. And you might not hear from us at halftime because we're probably going to go sneak in a free show.
Am I in heaven right now, Joey? I love Space Jam. I love basketball, and most of all, I love some good old-fashioned pro wrestling. So I think I might be in heaven right now, Joey.
I thought you were going to say, most of all, you love me, and I was going to say thank you.
You're fourth after those three things. You're close. Not quite on the podium, but you're getting there.
All right, at least I'm making my way up here. I can live with that. So taking a look at this one here, I mean, the turnovers, there was only one turnover for each team after the first quarter, so there's been 3 for Edmonton, 2 for Winnipeg, but the ball, taking care of the ball has been a point of emphasis for both teams. Last game, Winnipeg had 15 turnovers, only 10 assists. Tonight, they've already surpassed the assists with 11 and only 3 turnovers. Edmonton now with the ball. It's Davis Jr. working on Osborne. He met Tillman, not a guy you want to meet. Tough shot and a nice putback for Edmonton. My goodness, McCoy getting it done.
McCoy coming out of nowhere. If you don't box the guy like that out, that's what's going to happen.
Tillman Jr. working on McCoy now inside. Double team. He's going to draw the defender. Nick Hornsby going to take the foul.
Look at that contact on that play. Going right after him, then right here. Let's out a big Warrior screen.
And that's what makes him so tough too, right? I mean, this is like you have the one-on-one matchup, and you have to be aware once he gets deeper into the post. Hornsby just a little late and wasn't able to find ball, getting all arm on that contact, so that'll put Tillman to the line. And he gets the first one to fall. Tillman Jr. not the best free throw shooter. 19 for 35 coming into this game, but just under 55%. But he'll get those 2 to go. So Winnipeg nursing a 9-point lead here. Does Edmonton have a response? Here's Donald Goes inside through 2 defenders, going to draw the foul here. Looks like that one might go against Tillman Jr. If that's the case, that's his second foul. He's had some problems with that down the stretch here in these games. Too early. It's not foul trouble yet, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it in the meantime. Let's check in with Ian Fraze, who has something for us. Ian.
Listening into Coach Baker there out of the timeout, talking about, we got to find that option into the key. Slice, he used the word slice. I got to slice in there and really rotate the ball around the perimeter to find that opening. Edmonton trying to find an option offensively. Back to you, Joey.
Thanks, Ian. And yeah, they had a lead for most of this game. They led by as much as 6, and now they are down 9. That is the largest lead of the game for Winnipeg. Donald cutting into it with that foul shot.
Doesn't mean a thing, Joey, that the Stingers led by 9 at half on Sunday. We all know how that one ended. So if you're Edmonton, you're not loving how this first half might finish here, but regroup at halftime. Keep playing the way they're playing on defense, and just need a few more shots to fall in the second half.
And when we were talking with Jordan Baker this morning, Stingers head coach, it's one of the things he was saying. He's not really worried about the sweep as Allen puts up a 3 and cans it. He's not worried about the sweep. He's worried about this schedule moving forward. They have some big games here. They got to play Vancouver, Saskatoon. There's a steal from Osborne, and you'll go right through and in. Osborne with the transition point off the steal. Energy picking up here. Not what you want to see if you're Jordan Baker. This is the biggest lead of the game for Winnipeg at 12. Hornsby trying to do something about it. Goes right at Burns, and he gets a tough shot to go. But yeah, this isn't about the season series, Taylor. This is about getting wins here and making sure that they put themselves, in a position to make the playoffs and then get some favorable positioning with, it looks like a battle down the stretch here with Saskatoon, possibly even Vancouver and Winnipeg, depending how these next few games go.
Well, they've lost that tiebreaker, and they know that. So just like you said, they're just looking to kind of gain some momentum now against an opponent that they really have struggled against so far this season.
And Burns turns it over. Rooms. No good on the mid-range. Allen down the wing. He's going to pull up for 3. No. Hornsby with the easy rebound. Donald looking for the release valve. No one there. So it's a turnover for Edmonton with 1:03 left in the second quarter. Tillman Jr. going to come in. And Krause going to take a break. Coming up at the half, Target Score Weekly feature with Trey McGowan's his family ties. Ian will interview Edmonton Stingers head coach Jordan Baker, and the first half stats and Taylor's players to watch will be revisited. Trey McGowan's was the guest last week on Target Score Winnipeg, and really interesting story. He's got a brother that plays in the NBA. Both of his parents were athletes. His mom played in college. His dad, a basketball coach, and you'll learn more about that at halftime. Tillman Jr., meanwhile, working on Jack, trying to extend this lead. It's 10 for Winnipeg. Can't get that to fall. Burns can't get the putback. And there's going to be a whistle here. And Tillman Jr. going to pick up a technical foul. It's 2 technicals back-to-back for Tillman Jr., and he's out of this game. Here he was. We were just talking about he only had 2 fouls, and back-to-back, and the crowd is going to let the ref hear it. Didn't see what happened, but he got the late whistle, so we heard it. And now Tillman Jr. still talking to him, and Burns telling him just to go to the room. And that's a big hit for Winnipeg.
A massive hit. And unfortunately for Jeremiah Tillman Jr., this has been something that's kind of plagued him since his days at Mizzou. He's been known to be a bit of a hothead at times, getting technicals and whatnot. So it's unfortunate because he's been playing such a great game for the Sea Bears so far. So it's going to be a big change for them moving forward without him.
There's not been a lot of technicals against Winnipeg this year. One of the things Winnipeg's been doing really well is staying clean on the foul side of things. This has been a team that's been pretty good at keeping their tempers in check, but rare one here on Jeremiah Tillman Jr. So the starting center now out of the game, and it's a good opportunity here for Edmonton, who gets the ball back with 43.7 seconds. They've now made this an 8-point deficit. It was 10. Now they're just getting the shot clock set up here to 22 seconds. 43 on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock here for Edmonton. Hornsby inbounding the ball. Mackay Ashton being guarded closely by DJ Burns, gets it out to Nuga. Hornsby has it now inside to Jack Donald, is the other Stinger out there right now. Jack's shot no good. Burns gets it, and he's going to get out on the run. Allen going to slow it down at half. 2-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Allen has the ball poked away. Donald's going to get it. Good hustle from Tay Donald, but it goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Winnipeg basketball, but a nice effort play from Tay Donald. Now the Sea Bears only have 11 seconds to get a shot off.
The Sea Bears, about 2 minutes ago felt like they're going to be going into halftime feeling really good, but a few sloppy mistakes here, and then Jeremiah Tillman getting kicked out of the game. Not ideal.
So Osborne going to inbound the ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Allen going to have to make some quick work. He's the guy whose hands you want the ball in. 3 on the shot clock. Allen on Donald. Misses the dribble. Can he get it up? No. Didn't go in anyway, but it's a shot clock violation. So a really quick opportunity for Edmonton with 1.3 seconds left. It's going to have to be either a half-court heave or a pass at the basket. Nate Balamu into the game here as the defensive shore-up comes in for Winnipeg. Hornsby to Jack. He puts it up. Nowhere near the rim. So at the end of the first half, it's an 8-point lead for Winnipeg, leading 53-45. Our Ian Fraze is going to have Teddy Allen here in just a moment. Teddy Allen has 18 points tonight, 3 boards, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers. It was a game that saw Edmonton leading here early, and then finally Winnipeg got a little momentum and built a 10-point lead. And now it's 8. Here is Ian Fraze standing by with Teddy Allen. Ian. All right, we're having some technical difficulties here with Ian's microphone. We'll have to go to break, and we'll let you know what he said because he's talking to him right now. Stay with us. You're watching CBL Basketball live on CBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
Been a reunion for you and Teddy Allen of sorts. You guys played 1 year together in college, I believe in Nebraska, right?
Yes, Nebraska. Yep.
So what was the experience like playing with him there, and what's it like, getting to share the court with him again?
I mean, Ted's a competitor. And oftentimes, like, from like an outside looking in standpoint, if like you don't really know the guy, you'll think he's a bad teammate. But he just wants to win, and he's just super competitive. And if you're not doing what you need to do, he's just gonna let you know about it. And I have I'm lucky enough to have experience playing with him, as well as like kind of liking that a little bit. Because everybody needs somebody to like just get them going. Because you're not your best every day. So I think Teddy does a good job. Of when we're struggling, or personally when I'm struggling, just helping me get out of it, or just get me going. Like, come on.
You played in the CEBL before with Edmonton. Coming to Winnipeg, though, what was behind that decision? Did Teddy Allen's involvement play a factor in it, or where did you see the draw to come here?
Ted. It was Ted. It was definitely Ted. Ted, I had talked to Lex a little bit before the season, but I still had my G League season going on. So it was just tough to just go right away into the CBL. But Ted, I think they had played like a couple games. They had started practices up or something, and this was when I was at the house working or whatever. And I was like, I'm trying to come up there and play with y'all, bro. And then probably 3 weeks, he called me when I had finished working out, and then he was like, "You trying to come for real?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he just he was on FaceTime with me. He took the code. He took the phone because I think I was talking to Lex as well too, and then I think Teddy had called me, and then he was like, "All right," he was just out the blue. He's like, "All right, I'm finna get the phone to coaches." I'm like, "All right, man." So I love Teddy, man. That's my guy. We've been locked for a minute now, probably like 7, going on 7 years.
Even coming to Canada in the first place, I mean, this is a league that's still relatively young, amongst other international leagues. But like, what's it been like to come and, kind of spread your career so close to home in the sense that it's not in the U.S., but you're playing, in an area where you're in the same time zones, friends and family can watch back home. What has this opportunity been for you to play here?
Yeah, it's way better than just being overseas. It makes it to where you want to play because you're like, all right, I'm still close to home. I'm still on the time zone. I feel like that's probably the hardest part about overseas for me, just being on a different time zone from everyone else. And it's it's a league where, if you do really well, a lot of those guys end up with 2-way contracts or playing on the NBA court, whatever extent that might be, whether E10 or whatever else. So just being able to go up against those guys and being able to compete and push yourself. And, people go top leagues in Europe as well from this league. So it's just a really good league to put yourself up against other players who you might think you're better than. So that's probably the thing I enjoy the most.
Is that the ultimate goal, NBA or overseas?
Yes. NBA or overseas. Definitely looking to make that jump this year.
Score! Big savings on parking at YEG. Use promo code STINGERS to save 20% on airport parking with Jet Set Parking. Affordable parking just minutes from the terminal. Book online at jetsetparking.com/YEG and use code STINGERS to save. Level up your game. Jet Set Parking has partnered with Edmonton International Airport for their new loyalty program, YEG Plus. Jet Set Parking at YEG Plus, a winning way to start your vacation.
When Crystal Glass introduced our residential window line this past year, it was essential to manufacture them locally.
Crystal Glass has always been a proudly Canadian company.
We employ Canadians, we serve Canadians, and we are Canadians. So our windows are designed and built for our climate.
And since we've been the clear choice for glass for over 75 years, you can trust our quality and service.
Visit one of our over 50 locations across Western Canada or at crystalglass.ca. Financing is now available.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Copeland for the win.
You gotta love a Canadian boost.
Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind. Welcome back. Taylor and I just having a conversation, forgetting we're at work. That's what happens when you work with your friend.
Joey's a pro wrestling match going on right beside us. How am I supposed to concentrate?
So that's the tough part. Joey Slattery here alongside my good friend Taylor Allen and my co-host on the Target Score Winnipeg podcast. I'm not looking at the camera right now because there is a great match, a title match right now happening to our right for WPW. This is what makes the job hard sometimes, is when you have the distractions, but there's been no distractions for these teams. It's been a back and forth affair between both of these teams. We'll take a look at some of the highlights here of how the first half went, but it has been back and forth. It was a slow start for Winnipeg, then they found their groove and they started hitting from all over the place. Mason Krause getting his first start of his CEBL career. Teddy Allen also played well, picked things up when he had to, picking up the assists there. But Edmonton stayed with it for the most part. They're down 8. They were down as much as 12 to the Sea Bears, and they brought it to within 8. Jeremiah Tillman Jr., though, they will be without him, the Sea Bears. He picked up back-to-back technicals. He's now out of the game. As you see that nice putback there, they'll be missing that. So an opportunity here for Edmonton, not having that rim protection at the rim, Taylor.
Yeah, we don't know what Jeremiah Tillman Jr. said, but if you got back-to-back texts for one instance, probably you know, kind of tick the ref off pretty obviously. So yeah, big loss for the Sea Bears there.
Bobby Schenk taking a hard boot to the gut as we take a look at halftime stats. 50% from the field are the Stingers. That's where the Sea Bears have been struggling. They usually shoot about 50%, and they're 43 tonight. Some players missing, like Isaiah Osborne, typically pretty high rate, not shooting too well tonight. 38% from 3, not a single 3 from the Edmonton Stingers. Free throws, though, 9 for 12 are the Stingers. The Sea Bears getting there 15 times, 12 for 15, and they have 11 assists, 23 rebounds, and those are the keys, I think, to why, Taylor, the Sea Bears have found themselves in the lead. They're moving the ball around when it is working, and they're attacking those boards.
Yeah, and the Stingers, it seems like they've kind of abandoned the long-range game. I mean, I don't know if they even took a single three-point shot in the second quarter. So they've been hammering the ball down low. But, I mean, if you're trailing here a little bit, you're going to need to knock down some long shots as well.
Let's revisit the players to watch. You had Emmanuel Acott highlighted for Winnipeg, and Stanley Davis Jr., who's only making his second start today. Neither player right now, a little bit of a slow start for both. 2 points each, 16% from the field is Emmanuel Acott, 33% for Stanley Davis Jr. What's it going to take for them, Taylor, to get back into this one?
Well, hopefully they washed off the Taylor Allen jinx at halftime. I mean, Stanley Davis Jr. got into foul trouble early on. E-Man was playing with great energy off the hop, but just couldn't get his shot to fall. Still getting it done on the glass, though, with 5 boards.
All right, with that, we'll take a quick break here as we get back to our wrestling, Taylor and I, for a few more minutes. We'll be right back and take a look at the playoff picture and much more. You're watching CEBL Live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
All right, sticks in the middle. Can I join you guys? All right, let's go.
Whether it's on the ice or on our app, always play for the fun of the game. Gamble responsibly with Play Alberta.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do. The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Center, where Bobby Schink retained his WPW title at halftime. We have Jordan Baker standing by with Ian Fraze. Here he is. Ian.
Coach Jordan Baker, Edmonton Stingers. You guys had the edge early on, but the Sea Bears came back. They rallied. What changed?
I think we stopped sharing the ball offensively. We tried to attack the switches right off the gate instead of having a set of organization and some composure. So, that led to some bad shot attempts, led to some turnovers and some easy ones for them the other way.
So what adjustments do you make into the second half?
We're just going to have to wait and see.
Three-pointers haven't been working for you so far. Can we expect more attempts from behind the arc?
Yeah, we made it a priority. We wanted to get to the rim. We want to put pressure on the interior. Now I think we've done that. We've collapsed our defense. Now it's just a matter of sharing it to our shooters who are moving appropriately on the perimeter.
So we'll stay tuned for that. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Back to you, Joey.
All right, thanks, Ian. Jordan Baker, always cheeky, keeping us on our toes. Like to see it. And great halftime show here. A little distracted are we. This is WPW halftime show wrapped up. And hopefully we've got a heavyweight bout coming here in the second quarter. It's been a little bit all over the place, Taylor, in that one. We've seen some good stretches from both teams, but overall I think both teams like to see some consistency.
Well, just like sweet Bobby Schink, WPW champion, the Sea Bears dropped a leg drop on the Stingers in that first half, but that's okay. The ref hasn't counted 1, 2, 3 just yet. Still lots of time for the Stingers.
And this is the time, last time they played here, I had the sideline, so I was able to watch. It's a little tough when you're at the table here. But let's take a look at the playoff picture and how it's shaping up. It is that time of the year, Taylor, where we start talking about playoff position. Take a look in the East. It's pretty much a done deal. The Scarborough Shooting Stars have 14 wins, only 2 losses. Brampton, 8-7. And the Ottawa Blackjacks have really picked up. They beat Montreal last night. They find themselves 8-9 and a chance to host some playoff games if they can keep it going. Here in the West, a lot tighter. 10 wins for the Winnipeg Sea Bears, 5 losses. All those losses have come on the road so far. The Bandits, after getting off to a hot start, find themselves at 10-6, just behind Winnipeg and Edmonton here, trying to get back to 500. Not only to chase Vancouver, but give themselves a little space from Saskatoon, who has also got hot after a slow start. Calgary Surge just looking to play upset at this point, and not mathematically out, but it's a real long way for them. But as we take a look, you get an idea of just how important every game is. Jordan Baker was telling us about that before the game, and how, looking at the schedule and how important these Western Conference games are so far, and where they are right now, Taylor. An 8-point deficit. You have Jeremiah Tillman Jr. out of the game. This is a good chance for them to attack. Where do you see their opportunity?
I was hoping Jordan Baker was going to give us some insight, but he just said, we'll see. It was like a Bill Belichick-esque type of response from Jordan Baker, but again, I kind of touched on it right before halftime. They got to hit some threes. This is pro basketball in 2026. You can't just rely on hammering the ball in the paint, so you need their shooters to start shooting the ball, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and the path to the playoffs is presented by Red Tag. And the other player that's out, too, we failed to mention this at the start of the game, is Trayvon Scott. He's out here in street clothes. Another guy who would be coming in off the bench. So Winnipeg really shorthanded. You can kind of get by with that without Jeremiah Tillman Jr., but it's really going to take other players to step up. And I'm kind of looking at players like Simon Hildebrandt, Emmanuel Acod, Kyler Filowich is probably going to get a little more time. DJ Burns, only 2 points, but he's been doing a lot defensively, disrupting, especially down low and trying to get in the way of some passes. But I think Winnipeg's going to need a little more down the stretch if they want to maintain this lead.
Yeah, I think their Canadians are going to have to step up big. No Trey McGowan's as well, which is really unfortunate, Joey, because his parents are in town tonight. They're hoping to see him in action, so that's a bummer for the McGowan's family, but hopefully they're still enjoying the game. But no Trey McGowan's, no Trayvon Scott, and now no Jeremiah Tillman Jr. So if you're a local guy, a Canadian guy, the second half here for the Sea Bears, it's for your taking and to make a statement.
Well, you don't have many imports left. You essentially have DJ Burns and Teddy Allen. So the Canadians are certainly going to have to step up here as Winnipeg begins the third quarter with possession, up 8. You've got Mason Krause on the floor with Osborne, Hildebrandt, Allen, and Acott. Edmonton responding with Davis Jr., Jack, Hornsby, Bandamel, and Ashton. Ashton has the ball now. Right into Jack, who throws it down.
Isaac Jack didn't start playing competitive basketball until 2020, Joey. I played for 20 years. I got nothing to show for it. This guy just starts playing 2 weeks ago, basically, and he's playing pro hoops.
And Jack knocks that ball away, nearly a turnover. Winnipeg able to regain it. Here's Hildebrandt stepping back for 3, and he cans that big 3 for Simon Hildebrandt. who now has 10 points.
He was very quiet on Sunday. Much different story here tonight for Simon.
Edmonton got off to an explosive start with Jack's dunk, and they keep it going. Kick out to Hornsby. That shot flat, no good. Isaiah Osborne flies in for the rebound. Allen gets it down to Krause. Back to Allen. Thought about a far three. Has a lot of time to step in. You cannot leave him open like that. And just like that, Allen has 21 points. Here's a shot, and that one's good. 3 points for Edmonton. Here's Krause with a lane. Right into his defender. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but he will go to the line for 2. That foul going to go against Emmanuel Bandamel.
Great story Mason Krause has been this season, Joey. I mean, I think last year as a rookie, he only played 2 games, and look at him now starting and playing a big role. I mean, right from game 1 this season, it was obvious that he just felt way more comfortable as a pro, and he's continuing to show that tonight.
One of the things he said, too, is just how receptive the team has been. You know, I've had a chance to talk to him since the start of the season and a few times, and that was one of the things he said. It's just, you know, the guys treat him like a pro, and they're supportive on the things that he's doing well and telling him not to dwell on the things that he needs to improve on. And he really looks comfortable here for a guy who's truly just starting his pro career. He did play last year as a walk-on, but didn't get much playing time. This year, he's become an integral part of the depth of the Winnipeg Sea Bears. That second shot was missed. It's a 10-point ball game. Winnipeg leads it here early in the second half. Hornsby on Krause. Size advantage there for Hornsby, and he takes full advantage. Sea Bears slowing it down, getting into the half-court offense. Allen has it at the wing, working on Donald. Donald thrown to the ground. Allen can't get the shot to fall. Good defense there by the Edmonton Stingers supporting Tate Donald.
Looked like Teddy had a good shot on the right side of the basket, so I'm not sure why he made it more difficult on himself and tried to go left, and obviously it didn't work out.
Ashton Langford flies in for an easy 2. Well, that's the thing with Teddy Allen. I mean, is there one shot that's harder than another for that guy? That one didn't go so well, but you know, sometimes you're just used to the defense, so you're trying to find the opening. As Krause, nice play by Krause on the way up there.
Simon Hildebrand won't get an assist on that because he didn't touch the ball, obviously, but for him, boxing out down low, he created a lane for Mason Krause, made it easy for him.
And Mason Krause picking up a foul here, a little too physical down the sideline as DJ Burns checks into the game. And yeah, he's mad about the call, but
that's a foul.
That's 100% a foul. So one thing that the Sea Bears are going to have to pay attention to and keep in check is the emotions at this point, because it's been a little bit hectic here towards the end of the second half. This Western Conference game is presented by our friends at Cal Tire. Here's a drive for Edmonton, kicked out. Extra pass. It's Davis Jr. for 3, clanks that, and Bandamel able to chase down the long rebound. Davis Jr. gets it back. Gets the switch, Hildebrandt on him. Here's Davis Jr. guarding a driving Hornsby. The ball knocked away, last touch by Edmonton. It'll be Winnipeg basketball. Here's Krause taking the handoff from Burns. Going to step back for a long 3. No. And Edmonton going to corral that rebound. It was Ashton skying for it.
You can tell Mason is playing with confidence when he takes a shot like that. And he should take a shot like that. He's a great shooter in this league.
Emmanuel Aycott getting the steal, goes right down the wing to the basket, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Aycott. Nice play defensively there. That was Ashton stepping in, taking a hard foul.
Yeah, Aycott just can't catch a break on offense so far tonight. He's driving hard to the basket time and time again, but just can't get one to drop, and there he gets a bit unlucky drawing a charging call.
Nate Balamu checking back into the game for Winnipeg. As Taylor mentioned ahead of this second half action, Canadians are going to be playing a big role for Winnipeg. Tillman Jr. is out with 2 technical fouls. Trey McGowan's did not dress for this one. Trey Scott neither. And those are 3 massive players, 2 starters and the 6th man for the Sea Bears. Nate Balamu for 3, no.
That just goes to show, Joey, how far these Sea Bears have come. I mean, last year, if 3 out of their top 4 import players were out of the game, there'd be no question that they would have no chance of winning, if we're being honest. But this year, just with the depth that they have, the Canadian talent that they have, they got a chance still, even though they're missing some of their biggest guns.
Nice ball movement on that last possession for Edmonton. It was Bandemel finishing it. Edmonton held the lead for most of the first quarter, but they've been struggling since the second quarter to battle back. Currently down 6. Nothing insurmountable, that's for sure. Osborne draws a few defenders. A wide open DJ Burns. He's going to step up from the foul line. No good. Rebound corralled by Edmonton. On the run is Bandemel. Goes right through Burns, but he misses the shot. It's tipped around, goes out of bounds. It'll be Edmonton basketball. Donald inbounding at the baseline. Over to Ashton. Nice pass to Jack in traffic, and the foul going to be called here. I think that's going to go against DJ Burns. Burns picking up his first foul of tonight's game. That's the 3rd foul against the Sea Bears here with 5.5 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Joey, we're talking about the Canadian talent, but this is obviously a heck of an opportunity for DJ Burns as well to kind of earn himself some more minutes moving forward.
DJ Burns from New Orleans. A spark plug for the Sea Bears. We've been around him enough to know that he is a ball of energy all the time, and he is a great spark plug for these Winnipeg Sea Bears. If he's not doing it on the floor, he's doing it from the bench. And when everything was happening with Tillman Jr., he was the one to kind of get Tillman Jr. to take a deep breath and get him off the floor before any further damage was done. 62-57 is your score. Osborne working on Tay Donald. Runs into Jack, now he finds Hildebrand. Hildebrand taking it down to the post. Ton of traffic down there. Goes up, has the ball stolen by Nick Hornsby. Hornsby's pass now stolen from Akon. Here's a chance for Winnipeg on the run. Hildebrand can spot up for 3. Boomsies. Tough play there for Edmonton after getting the steal.
When Simon's three-point shot is falling, he's one of the best young Canadians in this league.
Nice take by Tay Donald. Speaking of good Canadians in this league, now he's looking for a steal. Allen, though, able to protect it and settle things down for Winnipeg. Burns takes it into the post, puts a floater over Hornsby. That's nowhere near the rim. An easy rebound there for Jack, who tracks it down. Here's a pass down the wing. Nice take by Bandemel, and he's able to finish in traffic.
Great finish there. E-Man did the right thing, hands up, but Bandemel goes around him, finishes with the left hand.
There's a tough screen from Hildebrand. Akot misses the shot as Donald got tied up. Hornsby finds a lane, and he attacks the rim and lays it in nicely, and that's going to draw a timeout for Winnipeg. Sea Bears' lead has now dwindled to 2. It's 65-63. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube. Stay with us. This Saturday, Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Catch all the exciting basketball here at the Canada Life Center in downtown Winnipeg as part of the Sea Bears summer. Pick up your tickets by visiting cbears.ca/tickets or scan the QR code on your screen. I'm Joey Slattery alongside Taylor Allen, not Teddy Allen. And we've got Ian Fraze patrolling the sidelines for us here this evening. Welcome in if you're just tuning in. It is a close one. Edmonton battled back, down by as much as 12. They're now down 2. Winnipeg just called the timeout here. And things getting away on Winnipeg a little bit, Taylor. As we mentioned before the break, some key players out. And now we're starting to feel that a little bit. Edmonton taking advantage of the holes.
Well, Winnipeg is playing with a lineup right now that typically doesn't play together, so it's going to take a few minutes for them to probably get on the same page.
And there's a whistle here because the shot clock did not turn on here, so they're going to get the shot clock reset. So 20 seconds is the shot clock. Mason Krause will inbound at the sideline here in front of the scores table. Hildebrandt, miscommunication with Teddy Allen. Teddy Allen says, it's all right, my bad. He cut back when he wanted him to cut in. So here's a chance for Edmonton. Unforced turnover and a chance to tie or take the lead. Ball worked around to Nuga. Takes the screen from Jack. Tries to find him on the roll, but it goes off the foot of Allen, so it will stay Edmonton basketball. And Emmanuel Aycott going to check into the game. Isaiah Osborne going to get a quick break here. He's played 23 minutes here tonight. Most among the Sea Bears. Teddy Allen has played 20 minutes, just shy of 22, and 21-30 for Emmanuel Aycott. Here goes Ashton at the rim. No good. Ball bounced around. It's Ashton picking it up. Gets it out to the top. And here's a shot. No good. That was Trey King. Davis Jr. gets the rebound. And here Edmonton finding some offensive rebounding dominance here in this possession.
Well, that's what happens when the other team isn't boxing out.
And here's a pull-up three. Clanks that. And finally the Sea Bears are able to corral it. It's DJ Burns. Allen with a long pass to a wide open Hildebrandt. He's blocked. It's going to be a foul. He was foaming at the mouth, looking at that wide open rim, looking for a two-hand slam, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
Let's take a look here. Was it all ball or did he get some arm? Hard to tell from that angle, Joey.
Yeah, it is.
But usually when the refs, when they see a guy kind of doing a volleyball type of spike, when they're going after a shot like that, usually they're going to call a foul just to be safe. But he might have got all ball.
Yeah, a little desperation, too, as Edmonton just caught snoozing. Hildebrandt was just standing there with his 2 hands up. Easy find for Taylor Allen. I knew I was going to do that once.
Appreciate it.
Teddy Allen. As Hildebrandt hits the first one, extends the lead to 3.
We do joke on our podcast, Target Score Winnipeg, that Teddy is my cousin.
Cousin Teddy.
But if you've seen me ever shoot a basketball, then you'll know for sure that there is absolutely no relation between Taylor and Teddy Allen.
Manitoba Division 4 6th Man of the Year, Taylor Allen here as color commentator as the ball goes off the foot and out of bounds. It'll be Edmonton basketball. Winnipeg pleading their case, but nonetheless, you rarely win those arguments.
Just ask Jeremiah Tillman Jr.
Fair point. Jack with it up top, hands it off. Gets it right back inside in traffic. Draws the foul on Kyler Filowich. So Filowich has 2 fouls. And he's only played about a minute here.
Don't hate that foul from Kyler, though. Make Isaac Jack earn it at the charity stripe. Isaac's been playing with a lot of fire this game, too, though. I mean, he's had a lot of good looks down low. Quite a few opportunities for and ones, but he just hasn't been able to finish.
Jack now with 7 points, 6 rebounds. As you were mentioning earlier, a very interesting story. Getting his start in basketball later.
He's playing hockey growing up. He must have been like Logan Stanley.
No kidding.
With his size, right? So I would not. That's not a guy that I'd want to see on skates if I was going up against him.
Here's Allen now. Dribbles in mid-range from the baseline, hits the side of the backboard, and Nuga coming out with speed. Nuga lays it up, can't get it to fall. Allen going to chase down the ball. Tippy-toeing that sideline, and here he is down the middle. Scoops under, and Filowich with the follow-up. And they got to hurry back on defense. Here comes Edmonton, wasting no time. Ashton thought about it. Good recovery there from Krause, and the Sea Bears able to get in their half-court defense. That shot short, and Filowich with the rebound. And the crowd getting behind the Sea Bears here. They love it when Filowich gets active. There's a pass into Hildebrandt, but it's going to be a foul against Mike Nuga. Good find there again from Teddy Allen. They're getting a little chemistry there on the long pass.
With some of those big guns not playing, Joey, I mean, Simon Hildebrandt, he's going to be one of their key options here on offense, and so far he's making the most of it.
Osborne checking back into the game for Mason Krause. Him and Teddy Allen have now played more than 23 minutes. Nick Hornsby has 22, by far the most for the Edmonton Stingers. Allen, one-handed floater, no good. Filowich with another rebound. He's settling in here. Osborne takes the Filowich screen, hesitates. Finds himself inside, hands it off to Filowich, who puts in another two. Kyler Filowich stepping up.
We talked about the Canadian guys, how there's an opportunity for them to really ball out now in the second half. Well, Kyler Filowich, he might be, one of the biggest examples of that. He's kind of fallen out of the rotation a little bit this year because this team just has so much depth. But this second half is a good chance for him to show that, hey, he belongs in this league too.
Edmonton looking for a response, and there it is. Davis Jr. with some words for the crowd as he lays that in. 4-point game, Winnipeg leads. Hildebrandt, three, no. Follows his rebound, though he's able to get it, and stepping out of bounds is Simon Hildebrandt, but a good effort there to try and keep that possession alive. Kyler Filowich has 4 points, couple rebounds, one offensive and one defensive. It's exactly what you want to see if you're head coach Mike Rainbow, going down a little further than the depth that he has in recent games. Here's a pass inside to Jack, who attacks the rim and throws that down.
Great finish at the rim by Jack.
Back to a 2-point ball game. Winnipeg leading 71-69. Allen coughs that one up. Here comes Edmonton, a chance to tie. And there it is with a two-hand slam. Trey King.
Speaking of great finishes, Joey, this Stingers team is starting to find their footing a little bit here.
And Teddy Allen, easy foul. It's called a push. And Wyatt Andrews is right there, the referee. Easy call for him, but he gave a shove to Tay Donald nowhere near the basket. And these are those emotional things that Winnipeg needs to keep in check right now.
And that's 3 fouls on Teddy now. So that's the last thing they need as well, is for him to get into foul trouble.
16.3 seconds left in the third quarter. Things getting interesting here in a tie game, 71-71. Edmonton in a great position to snap this losing streak against the Winnipeg Sea Bears. They've lost all 3 games to Winnipeg this year. Muhammad for 3, no. And that is, you heard it, an air ball. 3 seconds left for Winnipeg to get something. Hildebrandt to Krause. Can he get one off? Here he is at the buzzer. Good if it goes. Oh, nearly in, but ribs out. And we have ourselves a tie game after 3 quarters. It's 71-71. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports YouTube.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. we enter target score time. We take the leading team score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Welcome back to Winnipeg. Time now for our cruise of the game presented by Cal Tire. And this one, a nice play from Isaiah Osborne. Pretty to pretty. Gets the steal and then the easy lay-in. And that's when things are working well, Taylor Allen. And I think Winnipeg would like to see more of that.
Osborne's three-point shot isn't falling as much as he'd like to tonight, but he's making up for it with plays like that, Joey. He has 2 steals and a block, so he's making his presence felt in other ways.
Winnipeg loves to get offense in transition, see if they can get more of that. Hey, Edmonton, your summer plans just got serious. Join us for multiple special edition theme nights throughout the season. Purchase today at thestingers.ca/tickets. Do not want to miss out the Expo Center. You can scan that QR code on your screen. One of my favorite venues in the CEBL to catch a basketball game. Edmonton Stingers have a chance to take the lead here as they open the quarter with the possession in a tie basketball game. Pass inside, nearly kicked away, but it's a nice feed inside, and that's 2 points for Trey King. So Edmonton taking their first lead here in a little bit. Winnipeg looking for a response. Allen has it. Allen taking his time, going to the wing. His pass nearly knocked away by Hornsby. Acott to Krause, 3, no. And skying up there is Stanley Davis Jr.
Wasn't a great pass to Mason. He had to take a step to catch it and reset his shot. But if Emmanuel Acott hit it right on the numbers, I think Mason, there's a much better chance he would have knocked that one down.
Hornsby has it now. Dribbles it down to the post, spin move, and a nice jump shot, and he lets the Winnipeg bench hear it. Nick Hornsby getting fired up, and now the Edmonton Stingers lead by 4. Here's Allen. Up, tough shot, and Winnipeg needing that. Allen now has 23. And here's a shot now, another one. Quick response from Nick Hornsby. The Stingers captain taking matters into his own hands here in the 4th quarter. Restores the 4-point lead. Osborne spots up for 3. No. Lead pass to Hornsby right at Burns. Can't get that to fall, but Tay Donald follows up with the putback. And this pace is picked up. Acott with it now. Edmonton hurrying back on defense, trying to keep him out of transition, doing a good job. Burns, floater, yes. And here we go, back and forth.
Big bucket there to settle things down a little bit for Winnipeg.
Another quick play. It's Stanley Davis Jr. He is going to draw the foul. The foul going to go against DJ Burns. Our Ian Fraze has something to chime in with. What do you got for us, Ian?
Yeah, listening in to Coach Baker there during the break, he was talking right at the end about tempo. You got to get that ball moving, and we're seeing that demonstrated right here. He also noted, as you two did, that connection between Teddy Allen and Simon Hildebrandt, but so far they haven't done much in the 4th. Back to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, good adjustments here for Edmonton. As Trey King is at the line, he gets that one to fall. 82-75, Edmonton leading the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Sea Bears undefeated at home this season, and they've won 3 straight against Edmonton, including the last game in Edmonton, a 198 final. And we could be in for a similar score here tonight. Allen, nowhere to go, finds Hildebrandt, and going to be a goaltending call there, so that will count. And Johnny on the spot right there, fresh off the comments from Ian Fraze. That's exactly what Edmonton didn't want to.
Stanley Davis Jr. did not like that call, but Joey, that was very obvious goaltending.
First break after the 4-minute mark will bring target score time. So while it looks like there's a ton of time here in the 4th, we're getting close to that target score window. Here's a pass up stairs. That was for Trey King, who had to fight for it, and then he travels as he's in traffic. I think he was going for the alley-oop, but it was a little off here. It's going to be a timeout for Edmonton. So let's take a look at what is coming up for these two teams. Taking a look this Saturday, the Edmonton Stingers return home to the Edmonton Expo Center to take on the Vancouver Bandits in a preview of a potential Cal Tire Western Conference playoff matchup. Tip-off for that one is 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Central, and 6 o'clock Pacific time. And for the Sea Bears, it's an Alberta double dip. They welcome Sean Miller-Moore, a.k.a. Rugsy, and the Calgary Surge here to Canada Life Center on Sunday afternoon. Tip-off for that one is 2:30 Central time and is live nationally on CBC. So that one will be on your local CBC network. Looking forward to that one. I'll be on the sidelines for that. Got to take some notes from Ian Fraze here and learn how to do that again. But it's going to be a big matchup for Edmonton with Vancouver, as mentioned in that read. Vancouver and Edmonton very likely to meet in the playoffs, but you cannot stamp anything or come even close to this right now with how tight these standings are.
Well, Calgary is currently beating Vancouver 62-56 in the third quarter. So, like you said earlier, Calgary, yeah, they're pretty much out of it, but there's still time for those guys to play spoiler.
Well, if Calgary goes on a legacy run, you never know what can happen until you're mathematically out. And as we've seen, you look back at last year, before this loss to Winnipeg on last week for Edmonton, they were on a 4-game winning streak. It was very, very easily could have been 5. And depending on how it goes, they might win 5 of their last 6 if they can pull this one out here. And think of how close they would have been to 6 straight wins, which is what got them into the playoffs last season. So if Calgary can do something like that, you just never know. Teddy Allen, goes hard into the deck here. We'll take a look at this one. He's okay, but that was a hard fall to the deck. Didn't really see the impact from that angle, but you could see he's taking a second to gather himself. So he's going to go to the line for 2.
4 white uniforms surrounding Teddy when he's got the ball down low, driving to the basket. You can tell that Edmonton obviously knows that, fourth quarter, Sea Bears missing a few guys, that it's going to be Teddy time. So they want to dare him to make someone else on the Sea Bears beat them.
And we spoke to Teddy Allen on the most recent podcast, and he was saying, one of the things for Teddy Allen, he leads in so many categories. He's top 2 in steals. He leads the league in points. He's averaging nearly a double-double. He's distributing the ball. One thing he doesn't have, unlike Miles Powell and Scarborough, are target score winners, right? And one of the big things is because he says he goes in right now, he's got 24 points, and oftentimes in target score, he's got 30 points, right? He knows that the defense is on him, but he said, when the time comes and they need me to score, I will score. But do not get it twisted. I can score in target score time. I'm finding the best shot, but when push comes to shove, I'll hit it.
Well, Joey, I pitched a new nickname to Teddy Buckets. I said, hey, you've been so efficient this season. Might have to start calling you Teddy Efficiency. And, well, doesn't quite have the same ring to it, and he wasn't loving it quite as much. So I don't know if it's going to stick, but who knows? Maybe the next game might see some fans with some Teddy Efficiency T-shirts. You never know.
Oh, what a finish from Isaiah Osborne, the response to the Jack bucket just 2 minutes or seconds ago. So big one here for Winnipeg to keep it within 3, and it could be a 2-point deficit if Osborne can hit this. A great free throw shooter is Osborne. Taking a look at the replay here. Yeah, wide open. He's so good at reading the lanes, and sometimes it feels like, Taylor, that they forget about him. And I think that's just part of the IQ. He knows where to position himself and knows where the defense is going to go. We've seen so many times this season where he finds a wide open lane, and you think it's on the defense, but I think you have to give some credit to Isaiah Osborne in setting himself up.
Well, he's part of that legendary Carleton Ravens team, right? Decades of teams out of Carleton, right? He won 2 national titles at Carleton, and obviously that's one of the most prestigious, or the most prestigious program in the nation. So no surprise to see him play with such high basketball IQ.
Yeah, and the U Sports Player of the Tournament, I think it was in 2020. Ian Fraze has something for us. Ian, what do you got?
Coach Rainbow for Winnipeg out of that timeout, talking about the switches that his players need to get there and provide that necessary support. So we'll take a look at that offensively. Over to you, Joey.
And here an offensive foul against Edmonton. That's going to go against Isaac Jack. So Jack, only his 3rd foul of tonight's game. And a good opportunity here for Winnipeg to tie or take the lead. We are going to be in for one heck of a target score time frame. Winnipeg working it around. Teddy Allen inside to Osborne. Osborne and Allen are probably going to be the guys Winnipeg are going to look to get some buckets. As we see the shot from Osborne, doesn't get it to fall. He looks to the heavens looking for an answer, but he's got to get back on defense because Edmonton looking to build on this lead. They're up 2. Ball work back to Hornsby. A little hesitation on Aycott. Gets him in the high post. A few up fakes, nothing there, so he'll get it to Nuga for 3. That's flat. Fight for the rebound. Aycott going to corral it. Winnipeg going to slow it down. Allen calling for the screen from Burns. Gets it back to Burns. He'll spot up for 3. Cans that. DJ Burns.
Great pass by Teddy there. He thought about jacking up that tray with 2 guys on him, but he sees DJ wide open at the top, and DJ Burns knocks it down for a big 3.
And the Sea Bears take the lead. Here's Bandamel trying to get the lead back. Nowhere to go. And it's going to be a foul here against Edmonton again. This one again going against Jack. And here's DJ Burns getting the Winnipeg faithful fired up.
DJ Burns is the hype man, Joey. I mean, he doesn't always put up the biggest numbers on the stat sheet, but even just when he's on the bench, you can just tell he's always got energy, always high-fiving guys. Just, you always know that DJ Burns is a Sea Bear because he's all over the place. So big time here for the 4th quarter for DJ Burns.
Allen spotting up for 3, no. And Hildebrand tries to hustle it down. Nearly took out Phoebus Delapaz, the popular videographer here in Winnipeg. Good to know he's okay, because that would be a tough collision.
One of the best in the game, Phoebes.
Yeah, Winnipeg and beyond. Edmonton with a chance here to regain the lead. Hornsby on Krause. Size advantage for Hornsby. Nice spin move, feed inside to Jack. Little hesitation, but an easy lay-in for number 14.
Jack having one of his best games of the season so far.
Here we go, back and forth. Edmonton back on top. Here's Allen. Splits the double team, puts up the floater, gets that to drop. Teddy Allen now at 27, pardon.
If you're Isaac Jack, nothing more you can do about that. Your feet are in the right position, your hands are up, but it's Teddy buckets. He can finish those.
Here's a kick out to Davis Jr. for 3, no good, a little short. Ball bounces around, last touch by DJ Burns, so Edmonton will get the inbound at the baseline, and Trey King going to check back into the game for Jack. Aycott getting in here as well for Winnipeg, and Mason Krause will take a seat. Winnipeg up 1 here. It's 4:02, so the next whistle will bring us into target score time. Edmonton would love to go into it with a lead. Tay Donald has to sky over Aycott for that one. Nearly turns it over and does. DJ Burns gets it. Hands it off to Hildebrand. He has the ball knocked away. It goes out of bounds. It will remain Winnipeg possession, but that brings us into target time. It is 87-86. Winnipeg looking to remain undefeated at home and undefeated against Edmonton this season. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Plus on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Gotta love a Canadian boost.
Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama,
that anything can happen.
Big players step up in big time. He is cooking.
Welcome back. It is target score time here inside Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Joey Slattery alongside Taylor Allen, our sideline reporter Ian Fraze. and we have ourselves a game. It's a 1-point lead for the Winnipeg Sea Bears, and both teams getting some veteran leadership on the score sheet. Nick Hornsby leads the Stingers with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Meanwhile, Teddy Allen, 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Taylor Allen, I'm willing to bet that Teddy Allen, I got to take my time here because I'm always going to mess it up. Teddy Allen is more likely to get 30 points, I think, before he gets to his double-double. But Winnipeg will take whatever they get if it leads to a win. Edmonton, though, although they're down 1, you got to feel good about this right now because you're in a good position to take this lead. A 1-point lead, a 1-point deficit is basically, you just need 10 to the target. That's very doable.
Well, if you're Edmonton, I mean, they've only made 1 3-pointer tonight, Joey, but from 2-point field goal range, they're shooting 62.5%. So keep doing what's working for those guys.
Teddy Allen for 3, no. Oh, and Simon Hildebrand skied for that one. A nice hustle for Burns to chase down the long rebound. Osborne going to slow it down, allow Winnipeg to get set up offensively. 5 on the shot clock. Osborne for 3, no. Burns can't get that one. It's taken down by Trey King. Here's Davis Jr. now. Goes right inside, has the ball stolen by DJ Burns, who's having a huge impact in this game for the Sea Bears. Aycott at the wing, going to slow it down, gets it into Burns now, who's working on Bandamel. Here he is in the key, puts up the floater, no good. Hildebrand chases the rebound, no, and there's going to be a foul on this play here. That's going to go against DJ Burns, a little too physical there on the fight.
Yeah, I like the energy he's playing with, but that's a bit too reckless down low. They're going to call that every time.
Taking a look at the fight here. Look at all the hands for it. You can tell this game is anybody's. No one giving up possession.
Absolutely. But the steal he had on the opposite end of the court, I mean, those are the plays that you need in target time.
Crowd getting behind the Sea Bears. Edmonton historically has had a lot of success in this building, but not as of late. Would love to get back on that winning track. Ball inside, kicked out to Donald for 3, and he cans that. The silencer from Donald as Edmonton retakes the lead up 2.
Well, like I said, they have not relied on the 3-point ball at all tonight, but that's a big time to hit one there.
And there's a steal, Bandamel, and then he draws the foul on Isaiah Osborne. So some great plays here from Edmonton early in target score time, and they can smell a win now. They have 7 points to go and a chance to make it 5 or less.
Of course, you want to get the ball to Teddy, but you can't force it like that. You're making it too easy on the defender.
And this is a product, as we talked about earlier, just a visit back. Tillman Jr. out of the game with 2 technicals. Trey McGowan's didn't play today, out with injury. Trey Scott not in the lineup, out with injury. So the depth really need to grind it out here for Winnipeg, but a huge opportunity for Edmonton. Here's Davis Jr. with it now. Out there with Hornsby, Donald, Bandamel, and Stanley Davis Jr. Here's a shot from Davis Jr., no good. And that goes out. Sorry, Trey King is the other one. I think I said Davis Jr. twice. As that ball goes out of bounds, it will remain Edmonton ball. They've got a fresh shot clock at 14. Winnipeg countering with Aycott, Hildebrand, Osborne, Krause, and Teddy Allen. Krause guarding his man. Nice pass into Hornsby inside, but his floater no good. Donald set him up nicely. So a chance here for Winnipeg to tie or take the lead. Allen looking for the lead. Here's the 3. Boom! Teddy Allen with 30 points. Davis Jr., nice pass inside and a hard slam from Trey King III, and we have ourselves a 1-point lead for Edmonton. Target score is 96.
Trey King with the poster on Teddy, but if you're Teddy, just gotta flush that and go back to doing what you're doing on the offensive end.
8 on the shot clock. Here's Osborne, blows past Hornsby, can't get it to go. Hildebrand follows it up, does not get it to fall, but he draws the foul and will go to the line for 2. The tit for tat continues.
This place was about to come unglued if Simon was able to finish that for an and 1, but they'll still take 2 shots at free throw line.
Simon's athleticism this season, after 2 years playing in the NCAA, I think one of the biggest things we notice is his physicality. He's a little bit bigger than he was last time he played for the Sea Bears 2 seasons ago, and it seems that he's added an inch or 2 to that vertical, because there's times where it doesn't look like he's anywhere near there as he hits that shot. and then he either throws it down or pulls off a play like that.
Well, skill-wise, there isn't a huge difference between U Sports and NCAA hoops, but athleticism and size, definitely some bigger bodies down south, so Simon had to adjust, and he's bringing it to the pro game now.
Winnipeg retaking the lead, 92-91. Target score is 96. Davis Jr. with it now into Tay Donald. Become an integral part of this team. Now here is Bandemel for three, no. And that rebound ripped away by Simon Hildebrand. Hildebrand coming alive here. He's got 5 rebounds and 19 points. Allen shakes his defender, puts up the three. Yes. Teddy Allen with 33 points, and the Sea Bears are 1 point away from the target score of 95-91. Time out, Edmonton.
You keep this game close. It's in target time. That's Teddy time, Joey. If you're Edmonton, they had a chance to pull away a little bit here, but you know, this is what Teddy lives for. He gets up for moments like this, so it's no surprise whatsoever to see him hit some clutch threes to give the Sea Bears a nice 95-91 lead here.
Teddy Allen, 33 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Another great game. He's coming off a 35-point outing last game against Edmonton in Edmonton. And he could match that tonight, depending on how these next possessions go. Edmonton, though, need to get some work in. They're only 5 points away from the target, so they need to get buckets and stops.
It must be so frustrating being tasked with trying to slow down Teddy Buckets. Honestly, I was talking to Jordan Baker before the game. I'm like, what's even the goal going against Teddy? It almost doesn't even matter what you do. You know he's going to get his 25-plus. So he just said we have to try to make that 25-plus as hard as possible for him to get. But lately, Joey's been looking pretty easy for Teddy.
And as Teddy Allen said, if the ball needs to be in my hands and we need a bucket, you better bet it will find my hands. That's been the case here in the fourth quarter into target score time. Sea Bears faithful on their feet. They can smell another victory at home. It looked shaky. It's still not done, but Winnipeg's depth getting it done to give themselves a chance to win this one. But they'd like to cut the bleeding here. If they can get a stop and put it away, that would be ideal for the Sea Bears. Edmonton has different plans. Trying to get back to 500 are the Stingers. And that is passed just out of the reach of Tay Donald into the stands. And Winnipeg with a chance to win it here on the turnover. Mason Krause on the floor at crunch time. He already has the target score winner this year. But bet Teddy Allen's going to be looking for it right now. Allen in traffic, 4 on him. And there's going to be a jump ball call that will remain Winnipeg basketball, but a good collapse there by Edmonton. They know the ball isn't going anywhere when Teddy Allen has it that close to the basket.
Yeah, I think the ref might have missed a travel call there, so that's a nice break for the Sea Bears, obviously, but a tough one for Edmonton, who really needs to get a stop here.
And a new ball back into play here for the referee. So it's Mason Krause inbounding on the baseline. 1 point away from the target score. A field goal would seal it for the Sea Bears. Looking for Allen, finds him. Fakes the shot. He's trapped in the corner, finds some space. Here he is with an opening, and he's blocked. Good stop here, but it's Osborne corralling the long, loose ball. 3 on the shot clock. He has to put it up. Here it goes. No. And Edmonton finally able to corral it. Hornsby lead pass to Tay Donald. Easy 2 for Donald. And now it's getting a little shaky in here. 3 points away are the Sea Bears. Winnipeg, you can sense they need to close it here. Can they do it? Allen on Bandemel. Pulls up mid-range. No. And here come the Stingers with numbers. Hornsby leading the charge. Pass over to Bandemel. For 3, King. No. Rebound by Krause. And that goes out of bounds on the outlet pass here. Was aimed for Acott. So here's a chance now for Edmonton. There's going to be a timeout called by the Stingers. They are 3 points away from that target. So when it looked like it was going Winnipeg's way, here's a chance for Edmonton to close out. My goodness.
Well, Teddy Allen has not had that target time finish yet this season. You can just tell he's might be trying to force it a little bit. I know they're a little bit short man out there, but you know, take an open shot. Give the ball to someone who's open. No need to force a fadeaway near the sideline with 2 guys on you. But Sea Bears, if they make a stop here, they're still in very good shape, obviously.
So Winnipeg cannot give up a 3. So if you're Winnipeg, you got to guard that perimeter. And I know Edmonton hasn't hit many threes in this game. I think they're only 2, right? 2 for 15 in this one. But that said, you would hate to give up the third at this point of the game, so you have to pay attention to the perimeter. And then once you get that stop, at this point, you just got to close it. Whether it's a stop or a 2-point field goal, if you're still in this game, you have to close it on the next possession here. But this has been one heck of an entertaining game here between the Stingers and the Sea Bears. Another classic between these two teams.
No surprise, Joey. I mean, we all saw what happened Sunday in Edmonton, so I think the CEBL, you never know what you're going to get, but tonight I think we all knew that this one was going to go down to the wire in this type of fashion.
And the fans getting into it. Little dude with the Chad Posthumous jersey. All the kids here tonight for Space Jam night. There's also wrestling night at halftime, and both teams looking for the knockout punch here. They are within reach. King, Donald, Davis, Bandamel, and Hornsby out there for Edmonton. Hildebrandt, Acott, Allen, Krause, and Osborne out there for Winnipeg. The target score is 96. Winnipeg just needs 1 point. Can they get a stop here? Donald takes the inbound. Hornsby working on Acott. 10 on the shot clock. Hornsby gets it out. King back to Hornsby. And that ball goes out of bounds. Hornsby looking for a call. Ref shaking his head, no foul. Jordan Baker a little bit irate.
Joey, but that's not Hornsby.
And here the Sea Bears a chance to close it. They just need a... Allen has it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. He's double teamed, gets it out to Osborne. A wide open Hildebrandt gets pushed. He's going to put up for the win, and he gets it! Simon for the Sea Bears. Sweep the season series against the Stingers. This one ends 97-93.
Open the closet, grab the broom. The Sea Bears pulling off the season sweep. You gotta tip your cap to Edmonton. They came out guns a-blazing, playing with so much energy all night long. But Joey, that was one of the most impressive Sea Bears victories, maybe in franchise history. Missing Trey McGowan's, losing Jeremiah Tillman Jr. early on in the game, and Trayvon Scott not playing as well. So Teddy Buckets and the Canadian crew getting it done against a very talented Edmonton side tonight.
And you got to give it to the Sea Bears. Teddy Allen, Isaiah Osborne. You knew it was Allen 1, Osborne 2, but both of those players playing unselfishly. They find a wide open Hildebrandt who finds the late cut on the defender. As King floats by him, he finds room for that mid-range jumper, and he cans it, and we know that Simon Hildebrandt can hit that shot. Teddy Allen ends with 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Simon Hildebrandt, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Great game for Hildebrandt as he stepped up in the second half when they absolutely needed him. 3 players out, 2 starters and the 6th man for the Sea Bears, 3 imports. So the Canadians stepping up when it mattered most, and they come out with the narrowest of wins. It's a 4-point win on the scoreboard, but man, it felt like a 1-point win the way this one played out. My goodness.
Well, Simon Hildebrandt only had 3 points on Sunday, so nice bounce-back game from him, and the Sea Bears desperately needed it.
And they will extend. There's still a game in progress. We'll get you the score here momentarily as Vancouver is in Calgary right now. But in the meantime, we're going to check in with Ian Fraze, who's standing by with our Booster Juice player of the game, Simon Hildebrandt.
The hometown hero, Simon Hildebrandt. Simon, walk us through that last play.
You know, it was a bit... It was a little bit chaotic, but at the end of the day, we scored, so it worked out. But it was...
Yeah, big, and to do it in front of these crowd, this fans, what does it mean to you?
Oh, it means so much. Being from Winnipeg, with the best fans in the CBL, being a hometown guy, nothing better, nothing better.
Your team had to rely on some depth today, going deeper into the lineup. What does that say about your team?
I think it just shows how deep of a team we have. You know, we've been challenged all year. Have a couple guys go down and guys step up, next man up mentality.
Congratulations, all the best.
Thank you.
Simon Hildebrandt, back to you, Joey.
All right, thank you, Ian. Yeah, you heard it from Simon Hildebrandt. The depth was tested here tonight. and they stepped up in a big way, and that's got to be a confidence booster for the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Back to the drawing board for the Edmonton Stingers, who really had a great chance at winning this one. Everything was going their way. They had some favorable matchups. They lost Jeremiah Tillman Jr., but they just weren't able to close.
Joey, that's what this league's all about, you know, seeing a hometown kid in Winnipeg knocking down the target time winner in front of all his friends and family. I mean, doesn't get any better than that.
And you heard it from him, you heard it from Taylor, and you'll hear more from us in just a second. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and CBC Sports. Stay with us. We'll wrap it all up after the break.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our illegal gambling sites instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
Do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Score! Big savings on parking at YEG. Use promo code STINGERS to save 20% on airport parking with Jet Set Parking. Affordable parking just minutes from the terminal. Book online at jetsetparking.com/YEG and use code STINGERS to save. Level up your game. Jet Set Parking has partnered with Edmonton International Airport for their new loyalty program, YEG Plus. Jet Set Parking at YEG Plus, a winning way to start your vacation.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
Redtag.ca.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Centre. Winnipeg Sea Bears victorious for a 7th straight time here at Canada Life Centre, beating the Edmonton Stingers 97-93, sweeping the season series. It's a Lotto Max Eastern Conference doubleheader tomorrow. First, the Scarborough Shooting Stars travel to the Meridian Centre to face Khalil Ahmad and the Niagara River Lions in a potential first-round playoff preview. Tip-off for that one's at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And then next, the Honey Badgers head to Montreal, where they'll face Quincy Guerrier and the Montreal Alliance, with both teams fighting for home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Action for that one begins at 7 o'clock Eastern. You can catch all of the action on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. And yeah, Montreal just lost to Ottawa, but that Eastern Conference, the way the Badgers have kind of been on the decline, it's going to make for an interesting finish in the East, and we certainly have an interesting finish here in the West as we wrap things up here at Canada Life Centre. And it was a game that I think Edmonton is going to look back at, Taylor Allen, and think, we really let this one slip.
Absolutely. I mean, they've lost the first three meetings with Winnipeg. Then they were kind of handed a golden opportunity tonight, Joey. Jeremiah Tillman, he gets 2 texts. You're out of the ball game. Trey McGowan's ruled out late. Trayvon Scott, same thing. So for the Edmonton Stingers, I mean, there was really no excuse to drop this one. And if you're the Sea Bears, though, I mean, I can't think of any other team in their franchise history that would be able to pull out a win like this against an opponent like that with missing so many other big guns. So very impressive win by the Sea Bears.
Yeah, it's got to be a huge confidence booster. And as we've noticed, though, now they've got to do this on the road. They have one more home game coming up on Sunday on national TV on CBC against the Calgary Surge. The Surge in action. We'll get to that score in just a second. But yeah, they've already had one major upset on national TV last week. They'd love to do it again, so the Sea Bears not out of the woods yet. Taking a look at these stats, though. Teddy Allen, 33 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, but got to give it up for Simon Hildebrand, who really came alive in the fourth quarter. 21 points total, 6 rebounds, 4 of those at the offensive end, a couple of assists there. Hornsby for Nick Hornsby, that is, for Edmonton, had 20 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. You know what you're going to get from him. But just like that, after a 4-game win streak, Edmonton now loses 2 close ones to Winnipeg. Makes things a little more peculiar for them in the playoff picture because now the Mamba are right there, right, battling for that last home spot for the play-in game. And they've got their work cut out for them coming up with Vancouver next. That's not going to be any easier. So when we talk about Winnipeg, not falling into that trap against Calgary, it's a much bigger game for Edmonton and Vancouver looking for that rebound.
Totally. And I mean, back to the Sea Bears for a second. I mean, Simon Hildebrand, I mean, I could spend the next 30 minutes talking about this kid. That might be the most impressive game he's had in the CEBL. I mean, he's had some big games for sure, but I mean, this was the night where they absolutely needed a big-time Simon performance, and he came up through. I mean, came up clutch, sorry. Isaiah Osborne, he did some good things defensively and some nice hustle plays. His shot wasn't falling quite as well, but for Simon to do what he did, I mean, that's exactly what the Sea Bears needed.
So this, just to give you an update, in the fourth quarter, not sure how much time is left, might be target score time. The Surge leading the Bandits 86-78, an 8-point lead for the Calgary Surge in that one. So Vancouver here in a little bit of danger as we look at that one. But we have, we're wrapping up our post game here. If you care to tune in, we're going to have our Target Scar post-game live coming up in a few minutes to get more in-depth about it. But another great game here, Taylor. Congratulations. You did a great job in your first game as color commentator. And how did you enjoy it? It's a dream come true for you, man. Hometown, the pros.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about what this league means to people like Simon Hildebrand and Mason Krause, all the local guys. But I mean, for guys like us, Joey, who grew up just fascinated with basketball, it's an amazing opportunity to wear a headset and pretend to know what I'm talking about. So awesome night for sure. And Joey, I think the WPW wrestling ring is still set up. So when we're done here tonight, I think you and I might have to quickly just have a nice little one-on-one match.
Well, we're going to have to do it. I want to also thank Ian Fraze. If you're inclined to stick around for some post-game stuff, at Target Score Podcast on YouTube, we'll have Target Score post-game live, putting a bow on this one. Thanks to Ian, Taylor. I'm Joey Slattery, also on behalf of Candace Smith and all of our crew upstairs. That really puts the match together. Appreciate you guys, and we will be back on Sunday on national TV when the Calgary Surge are in town to take on the Winnipeg Sea Bears, who will try to make it 8-0 at home. Enjoy the rest of your week into the weekend, and we will see you Sunday. Good night.
Knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run with your head top down for some action.